from the hometown fans.
We're in the building where the San Diego Clippers used to play before they moved up the freeway to Los Angeles. It's a big building. And a good crowd on hand here today. Good exchange by both fighters. This fight is scheduled for 12 rounds, and we're halfway there.
Terry Norris on the left. Watch the combination in the last round. Boom, boom, and the left knocked the mouthpiece out of Carl Daniels.
The beginning of round 7. For once, they accommodated us. The two were slow coming out of their corners. Thank you, fellas.
If it goes the distance, Dan, we're halfway. I have Terry Norris ahead by 4 points in rounds. In points, 5-1 in rounds, giving Carl Daniels the second round. There have been close ones. I thought the first was perhaps even.
Well, given our record, Daniels will probably win the fight then. There is Terry Norris's wife, Kelly, who's sitting alongside as well. And you can see the head movement, the body English. She's into it. And right now, Terry Norris is trying to get into Carl Daniels. And there is a good combination, appears to have hurt Carl Daniels. And you can see Daniels wanted to turn his back on Norris. Carl Daniels is hurt.
And should be holding on, but he fights back. Stopped Terry momentarily. But Terry Norris is right now stalking his challenger.
Daniels appeared to be disoriented. It looked like he was considering turning his back. Oh, and a good body punch by Norris.
And Terry would do very well if he did more of that body punching.
A minute and 20 seconds left in the 7th round. That can be an eternity for a fighter in trouble.
Terry Norris being very patient, as he has throughout his career when he has a man hurt. He has been criticized for not finishing well. He chooses not to take unnecessary chances.
Well, and he's fighting somebody who's still throwing punches. Good jab. Oh, Terry Norris, he even got excited about it and then came back with a 3-punch flurry. And right now, Terry Norris, the showman, starts to come on.
And Lou Filippo, the referee, is looking very closely. Carl Daniels fighting back, but bloodied in the mouth and taking punishment.
Oh, another good right hand by Norris. Daniels needs to make it another 30 seconds here in the 7th.
He has not forced the clinch yet. He's just gotten on his bicycle, occasionally throwing flurries. Terry Norris has not stepped it up. He has not jumped on his man. You can agree with him, you can disagree with him, but this has been his style throughout his career.
Well, it looked for a while that Carl Daniels might not make it to the end of the 7th, but it appears he has. It was Donald Curry yelling words of encouragement to Carl Daniels there on the left of your screen in the green trim. He's the challenger, and he was rocked in the 7th round. Terry Norris, the champion there, wearing the red trim on the right of your screen right now, landed some great shots on Carl Daniels, one knocking his mouthpiece clear out of the ring.
And you'll see the effect when Carl comes around. His left eye is swelling badly. The effect you can't see as readily, but I think is also a big factor, is the body punches that Terry Norris sunk in the early rounds.
Carl Daniels started strong. Norris appeared to be not unsure of himself, but just cautious in the first 2 rounds. But Terry Norris right now is the man behind the driving wheel of this fight.
You're absolutely correct, Dan, but it's still curious to me, and I think to a lot of people who followed his career, why Terry would come out here in the first minute of a round in which he had his man badly hurt and hasn't really thrown a punch. I mean, hasn't done a lot of work. It may be that he knows his body obviously better than we do, and he expended a lot of energy, and he knows he needs to pace himself. And for the time being, I think we'll just have to assume that's the case.
Yeah, it's I don't know what else it could be. I mean, his instincts are such that you would think that they'd be telling him to come in and try to finish off Daniels. Again, a reminder, Daniels a southpaw. The jab comes with the right hand. I mean, Norris on the right-hand side. And he has it all. Hand speed, power. The total package. And yes, for those of you that are wondering, that is Muhammad Ali sitting there on the far side of the ring. He's here to take in this fight. And there is Muhammad right here. And Alex, you got some news on a show coming up.
Yeah, coming up on March 1st, Dan, a primetime special honoring Muhammad Ali, 50th birthday celebration. Billy Crystal, Whitney Houston, uppercut there. Oh, and Carl Daniels is hurt.
Well, Daniels was reacting to what looked like a low blow by Norris, and then he ate a right hand.
A right uppercut.
And right now, Terry Norris is going after Daniels, and look at the left eye of Daniels. It is starting to close completely. And timeout here by referee Lou Filippo.
Mouthpiece again.
Mouthpiece again. That's the third time that Daniels has lost it. But Daniels' left eye is almost swollen shut. We're coming towards the end of the 8th round. The fighters meet in the middle of the ring for the 9th round. Terry Norris goes down to his feet, but look at the left eye of Carl Daniels. It is swelling badly. Daniels on the right of your screen. You can see it there.
He's squinting. He's blinking.
I'm not sure how much vision he has out of that eye at all, Alex. A reminder that you can join us tomorrow on ABC Sports for a college basketball doubleheader. It's a 7-up shootout live from St. Petersburg beginning at 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 Pacific. Game 1 has Florida State taking on the Blue Demons of DePaul, and then in Game 2, we'll showcase 5th-ranked Arizona against the Temple Owls. 2-for-1 hoops. That's tomorrow right here, live on ABC Sports.
You see the guts of Carl Daniels still trying. Terry Norris with his experience, only 24, but a lot more experience than Carl Daniels. Terry Norris has been in bouts with 7 men who had fought or held the world championship at one time. This is Carl Daniels' first title fight. And Terry Norris is pacing himself early, and perhaps in this round, round 9, he'll come on in the closing minute the way he did in round 8. It allows Carl Daniels to expend some energy early, takes out whatever he has in his tank, and then comes on when he's running a little bit low.
And Donald Curry was telling Carl Daniels, asking him, using every cliche, digging deep, fighting with pain, whatever came to his mind to try to inspire Carl Daniels, because I'm not sure how much vision he has out of that left eye at all anymore. And Terry Norris right now, the stalker. It is Carl Daniels who's in a defensive mode all the way.
We talked earlier about a right-hand lead being the punch to throw against a southpaw. It's also the punch to throw against a southpaw who can't see out of his left eye.
Really? Ooh, a big right hand, and if that would have caught Daniels, that was, are they going to rule that a knockdown? No, no. He was thrown to the ground by Terry Daniels, and by Terry Norris, rather. We've seen some wrestling in this fight. Oh, good combination. And Carl Daniels, his legs are gone.
And that's it.
Carl Daniels is down, and that's it. Lou Filippo stops the fight, and wisely so. Carl Daniels wanted to get back up.
Beacon's fight. Carl Daniels back down to the ropes on the left, right hand, trying to get his legs under him, over to the other ropes, again the right hand. And I think Lou Filippo had decided even before the punches that caused the knockdown to jump in and stop the fight.
Well, Alex, when a fighter goes down like that, you can't blame him for making that assessment.
No, it was a fight well stopped, as they say in England.
I mean, Carl Daniels just goes down face first.
It was that little inside left, I think, that dropped him. That little inside left.